guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brooke, but you guys know me as Miss Meatless Muscle. And today I'm taking you through another full day of eating as a vegan bodybuilder, and this time I am in peak week. So for those who may not be familiar with bodybuilding terminology, peak week is basically the week before your competition, when you start to bring your body up to its peak. You go through many weeks of very low carb, very low food, very high cardio, depleting your body of all of its glycogen, completely flattening out the muscle to get as lean and shredded as possible. And then peak week, you rest and you fill that muscle back up with glycogen by eating a lot of carbs and eating a lot of food. So peak week, the work is done. You're as lean as you're gonna be. Now it's just time to perfect your look. There's a lot of science that goes into peak week. You have the water manipulation, because of course you don't want to be all watery on stage holding a bunch of water. You want to be very dry and crisp. You also don't want to be flat, so you do want to make sure you eat enough food to fill out your muscles so you're full and your muscles pop, but you don't want to do too much or you will hold water and you'll store water and you'll look just like very big and bloated on stage. There's a lot that goes into peak week. I have a totally different package this time. I have a completely different physique. I have a new stage weight. My last stage weight was 152. My stage weight this time is probably going to be about 143 or 144. I'm having to experiment this week to really try to figure out what works with my body. So me and my coach are working together, trying some different things. I'll be sharing some of those things with you as you go through these clips in this video. But essentially the idea is that you want to slow down your output about 2 to 3 days out from the show and really start to pull back on the cardio and the activity, pull back on your training, and start to eat a little bit more food so you look really good on show day. So overall, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I think I'm bringing really good shape. I think I'm bringing really good delts, really good glutes. I think the only thing is I may still not be quite lean enough. That's really the only thing that I'm thinking could be my feedback. I think I have a little bit of body fat I need to get off my hamstrings and my glutes. So we'll just see what my feedback is. Like I said previously in my other videos, this is a warm-up show. This is really just to help me get back into my groove and to also practice my peak week and just see what works for my body. So I do have another show in mind if I'm not lean enough for this show. If my feedback is you're not lean enough, that's an easy fix. I can really grind out for a few weeks, do another show and come in lean enough. If my feedback is again that I'm too muscular, there's not really much I can do in a matter of weeks as far as my muscle mass goes. So I'll just have to see how I do. I have no idea. I'm bringing a totally different look, a totally different package this time. Anything could happen. We'll just see. Basically, I'm getting ready for the show. I leave for Knoxville on Friday. I'm going with my mom. My tan is booked for 7 p.m. So we're trying to get there a little bit early. I'm gonna try to sit in the sauna early Friday morning, try to get a little bit more water off, drive down to Knoxville or drive up to Knoxville. Once I get to the hotel, try to do like an Epsom salt bath, get a little bit more water off before I have to go do my tan, because once you put the tan on, you're done. No more showering, no more getting wet, you can't mess it up. That will be the final look once I put the tan on. I'm definitely excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm also very nervous, which I know some of you are probably surprised about, but it's been 3 years and it's just a little intimidating to be on stage like in a thong bikini and having people judge you. I do think I look good, but I just don't know. I don't know what to expect. So we'll just see what the judges say. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to take you guys through my full day of eating as I get ready for peak week. Let's do this thing. Okay, so I just finished my morning cardio, my fasted cardio. I did 60 minutes on the elliptical this morning, and now it's time to have breakfast. I checked in with my coach this morning, and he wants me to go ahead and add in 50 grams of carbs. That's the cool thing about peak week is you actually get to eat more, especially if you're actually lean enough and if you're ready in time. You start adding in carbs slowly to help fill out your muscles and make sure that you look really full, your muscles are pumped up, because you don't want to go into the show flat. And you also don't want to load all of your carbs the day before the show, because that can make you hold water. So you want to do it slowly, incrementally throughout the week. So today's Tuesday. Yesterday we added 50 grams of carbs and my check-in looked great this morning. So he told me to just, let's do the same thing. Let's go ahead, add 50 grams of carbs in. So I'm gonna add my carbs to my breakfast today because I need to go train glutes one more time this week. This is the last time that I'll be training glutes, just so that I can reduce the inflammation in my legs. You don't want to train legs too close to your show or you'll hold water in your legs, and you don't want any inflammation. You want to be crisp and just absolutely peeled to the bone. And so you don't want to train too close to your show. So my last leg day is going to be today, which is Tuesday. So to have a good glute session, I'm gonna add in some carbs to my breakfast. So let me show you guys what I'm making. Okay, so for my carb, I'm gonna be doing my cream of rice by Pride Foods. I'm doing the salted caramel flavor. This is absolutely one of my favorite carbs. It digests super easy, super quickly, never bloats me. So I'm gonna be doing this before my leg day. It's also really important during peak week, like the week before your show, that you choose foods that don't bloat you, because you don't want to have any bloating going on. You want to keep your waist as tiny and as tight as possible. And my last show, I had that issue. My previous coach, who was terrible, he had me eat a Beyond Burger the night before my show, and I hadn't had a burger in 40 weeks. So my body did not respond well. I was so bloated, and my stomach definitely was holding a little bit of water. So we're not doing that this time. We are playing it safe, but luckily I have a good coach now. So anyways, this is a really good carb. I'm gonna be using this all week because it really just helps keep my waist tight and tiny. Love the salted caramel flavor. So I'm gonna do probably like 30 grams of this. It smells so good. This is gonna be like literally a cheat meal for me. Let me just show you guys what I'm doing too. Okay, there we go, 30 grams of Pride Foods cream of rice. And if you guys would like to try this, they have a ton of different flavors. I have almost all of them. They have blueberry muffin, chocolate brownie, creamy peanut butter. They're all really, really good. There's hardly any of them that I don't like. You can use my code msmeatless for a discount. You can also bake with these. Lots of things that you can do. And for my protein source, I'm gonna be doing 1 scoop of the new Vedge Nutrition flavor cookies and cream. I am obsessed with this protein powder. It literally has like giant chunks of cookies in it. It is so good. So it is perfect for this. So I'm just gonna add some water to the cream of rice, microwave it for like 2 to 3 minutes, add my protein powder, maybe a little almond butter and stevia, and then it'll be good to go. And while that's cooking, I'm also going to take my supplement, Maca, 3 capsules. I always take this with my breakfast. This really helps me feel full and satiated without bloating me, which is really important because this week I've had to reduce the volume of my meals because, again, you want your waist to be super tiny. So I've been, if you guys have been following me, doing a lot of salads, a lot of cauliflower rice, a lot of like high volume meals, but during peak week, you don't want to do that. You want to keep your meals really, really small and tiny, reduce your vegetable intake slightly just so you don't get any bloating. This has been a real lifesaver. Also helps improve insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. If you guys would like to try it for yourself, you can use my code msmeatless and that'll save you a discount. Okay, so my cream of rice is out of the microwave. It's ready. Now I'm just gonna add my protein powder, and you gotta be strategic with your scoop here with the cookies and cream veg, because you definitely want to make sure you get a big chunk of cookies. I always weigh my protein powder too. You guys would be surprised. Most protein powders are sometimes a little bit under, sometimes a little bit over the actual grams that are on the back. So just something to be mindful of if you're in a cutting phase. So then I just mix that up. Sometimes it's a little bit too thick, so it's a little bit too thick now, so I need to add some almond milk. Here we go. Just add a little bit of that, mix it all up. It's gonna be so good. This is gonna be like a cheat meal. I wanna show you guys like the chunks of cookies. They have even like bigger chunks of cookies, but I've been eating this all week, and I try to find like the biggest chunks of cookies and put that in my food because I'm a child. But see, check that out. I don't know if you can see it, but it literally has like chunks of like Oreo cookies in it. I don't know if it's really Oreo cookies. I have no idea. But it tastes like Oreo cookies. It looks like Oreo cookies. I'm also just going to add a little bit of salt. Salt is very important for active people. So if you're a lifter, you definitely need to make sure that you're adding salt to your food, especially women. A lot of us tend to have low blood pressure. A lot of people avoid salt, and that's very dangerous. I had a coach once when, you know, I didn't really know much and I was first getting started, who made me totally afraid of salt. It's what ended up giving me really bad thyroid issues, was because I avoided salt and did nothing but Himalayan pink salt for like a year, and my thyroid definitely suffered because of it. Okay, so I just added stevia and some salt, and damn, that is good. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of almond butter for my fats. This is also by Pride Foods. They have a lot better ones that are like flavored, like they have a salted chocolate, brown sugar, cinnamon, but while I'm in prep, I just couldn't trust myself to use it responsibly. So I just got the regular almond butter with no salt or sugar added, because I'm a good girl. Adding a little bit to it. It's about 9 grams. I'm gonna do a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup, and voila! This is so delicious. You guys would absolutely love this. If you love sugar like I do, and you need something to give you a little fix that has protein, it's healthy, it's not gonna blow out your calories, definitely try out this combo. You could do regular cream of rice instead of the Pride Foods if you have to, but the Pride Foods really takes it to the next level with the flavor. It's just so much better. So anyways, here it is. Taste test. This is gonna fuel my glutes today. Oh my God, that's the best thing I've had in weeks. Oh my God. All these products, Vedge Nutrition, Maca, Pride Foods. Gotta shout out my sponsors. But honestly, I love these products. Everything that I promote, I want you guys to know, I truly believe in these companies. They take good care of me. We have a really good relationship. They truly help all of my clients and also help me with my fitness goals. Code for all these products, msmeatless. I will link it in the description. And I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast, and I will catch you guys up at the gym. Okay guys, time for my next meal. I checked in with my coach. He wants me to add a little bit more carbs. So we're gonna continue carbing up, filling out my muscles, and I'm going to do a smoothie. I haven't had a fruit smoothie in a long time, and I'm really craving it, and I think it would be safe. I don't think it's gonna bloat me or cause me to hold water. I think the carbohydrates from the fruit is just a really safe bet. So that's what I'm gonna make. I've got my Ninja mixer here. I'm gonna do this mango berry fruit mix. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm gonna do about 160 grams. There we go. Goes really fast. I'm also going to add a handful of mixed greens. I'm also gonna add about half a cucumber. My protein source is going to be the Vedge Nutrition Frosted Cinnamon Roll protein powder. I'm going to do 1 scoop of this. If you guys would like to try it, use code msmeatless. It gives it really such a good flavor. I love this flavor in a smoothie. So 1 scoop is 34 grams. I'm gonna measure it out. Perfect. I'm gonna add a little bit of stevia, a little bit of maca root powder. It does have a good bit of carbs, so I'm just gonna do a tiny little sprinkle. There we go. And Guar gum. This is such a good hack for your smoothie bowls. This makes it so much thicker and creamier, and it's actually really beneficial for digestion as well. I'm just going to do a little bit of Guar gum. And finally, some unsweetened almond milk. I don't know why, but the organic silk almond milk is so much better. I just do a little bit at a time to get the consistency right. Okay, let's see how that does. Okay, so here we are. It's a little more runny than I would usually like my smoothie bowls. I usually like them pretty thick, but you know, I have to make it work for my macros. That's the most important thing. How it makes me look. Right now, not so much how it tastes. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of sugar-free syrup on top, and voila. It's like dessert. So good. Let's pray that it will help fill up my muscles and help me pump up really good. So I'm leaving the gym, just trained glutes. Last glute session before show day. Woo woo. It was a good session. I didn't get a great pump, surprisingly, even though I had a little bit more carbs today. I'm gonna let my coach know, and that means I probably need even a little bit more food before show day. Maybe more like 70 grams of carbs, because we added in 50 today, and that didn't seem to quite pump me up enough. I'd like to add maybe like another 20 grams or so tomorrow and see if that does the trick. That's why I'm really glad I'm doing this small show as a warm-up show, so I can practice my look, practice my peak week, and really figure out what works for my body, because the Atlanta show will be a lot more competitive and I really want to nail it. And especially if I try to go for my pro card this year, I definitely want to know how my body's going to respond. Training sessions during peak week are very limited. Like I mentioned, you want to reduce inflammation. So this was my absolute last day to train glutes. Really past Tuesday, you're cutting it really close if your competition is on a Saturday. So today was my last leg session. Tomorrow I will do a light upper body day, and then I will be done training for the week. I didn't have to do any post-workout cardio today. My coach cut my cardio, my second session of cardio. So all I had to do was my 60 minutes in the morning, and then I did 15 minutes as a warm-up. 75 minutes of cardio today, not bad. And my steps, he dropped them to 18,000 from 21,000. So again, we're just bringing inflammation down. And you'll notice in my training footage, a lot different than some of my other glute days. It was more so isolation movements, higher reps, lower weight. Again, you don't want to like pound your body and be full of inflammation come show day. So today was just a very light glute day, just trying to get a little bit of a pump, just trying to fill the muscles up a little bit, not trying to be sore or hit any PRs or anything like that, like really just taking it easy and dialing it back. That was my strategy with my glute session today. Overall, I feel pretty good. I like how my shape is looking. I just think I'm gonna need a little bit more food. So I'm gonna report back to my coach, and hopefully I get some more carbs. Yeah, on my way home to eat really quickly. Then I've got some consultations with some potential clients. And then I have my business academy. That's my second business that I run, teaching people how to grow their online business. It's for vegan entrepreneurs specifically. So we have our first class today, our first academy. So I'm looking forward to that. And a few more calls, and then yeah, just checking off all my boxes. Hello guys, I'm home now. I have to quickly show you what I'm eating because I gotta hop on a call. I am making you guys have seen this before, where I take the Primal Bakery bread, I do 2 slices of this, 16 grams of protein. I buy this at Sprouts, toast it in my air fryer because I don't have a toaster. And then I just put the soy-free fava bean tofu on top. And this is just mixed with some sriracha for a little bit of spice, some of this sweet and sour, look how messy I am, sweet and sour, sugar-free, G. Hughes dipping sauce. It's only 10 calories for 2 tablespoons and only 2 grams of carbs. I do weigh it, of course. And I also add some parsley, some red chili flakes, garlic powder, salt, and black pepper. I just have it cold. I like it cold. It's good to me that way, so I'll put that on the toast, and then I pair it just with some pickles and some tomato. These pickles, I buy these at Costco. Oh my God, these are so freaking good. I could eat this whole thing. It's so delicious. They have like garlic in here and grape leaves. So good. You guys gotta check out Grillo's. Okay, so my toast out of the air fryer. I'm just going to put some greens on here to make it even more delicious. Not a whole lot. Again, this is a kind of lower volume meal. Doesn't bloat me. I do really well with this stuff. Again, it's all about just keeping your waist as tiny and as tight as possible during this week. Small meals more frequently, and voila! Actually, doesn't this look really good? It's crazy that this is prep food, right? I guess benefit to being a bodybuilding vegan, you don't just have to eat chicken and rice all the time. So I'm gonna enjoy this. Sorry guys, I gotta run and get on my call. This is what I'm eating for lunch. I've got a few more meals to get in, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay y'all, I just finished my Business Academy call and my consultation. We had such a good business class today. This was actually our first class and it was really good. And now I'm just making my next meal. So here's what I'm gonna be making. I'm chopping up some cucumber. I'm gonna have that with a little bit of my avocado salsa that I love so much. And this baked sriracha fava tofu. I'm gonna do half the pack and just mix it all up together in a bowl. It's gonna be so yummy. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm doing here. I've got my chopped cucumbers and sriracha tofu in a bowl. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of seasonings and flavor. Got some black pepper here, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, red chili flakes, and I bought this at Costco, dill pickle seasoning. Oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more sriracha. Can't have too much. I love spicy. Okay, and then a little bit of this avocado salsa. Just mix it all up. Would be really good with some quinoa if I had some more carbs, but we'll save that for another day. And here we go. Super easy, high protein meal. You know, like I said, guys, it doesn't have to be fancy. Now for you guys, I would definitely say add some quinoa, maybe some red onions and some sesame seeds to this, and that would be so good. But I have to conserve my calories, my macros, so I'm just having it like this for now. But I like it. It's really good. So another really important part of peak week is prepping your skin for your tan. A lot of competitors will start exfoliating daily, either a week or 2 weeks prior to competition day. I like to use this coconut and coffee body scrub. Usually I can find one at Marshall's. I specifically get a coffee scrub. Gotta get the coffee in it because the coffee, the caffeine in the coffee actually also helps tighten your skin. Now, it's very temporary, but if you're using it daily, you can really notice some good benefits. I have been using this every single day to help me prep my skin, get all the dead skin cells off, and it really just helps your tan go on a lot smoother. It makes your skin look better on stage. Having good, pretty skin is very important if you're a female in bodybuilding. They like good skin. I do this every time that I shower. I've been doing that the past 2 weeks now. And then also I would say have a really good lotion. Make sure that you're moisturizing. You should be moisturizing every single day, especially because you're drying out your skin and exfoliating it. I use this Shea Argan Oil lotion. Again, I just bought this at Marshall's. You could probably find any argan oil lotion, but this stuff really works well. And I mean, I think my skin looks good. I don't know, what do you guys think? Very important part of competition prep. Make sure you prep your skin properly for your tan. I don't know, for you guys who don't compete, maybe just try it before your vacation or a photo shoot or something like that. Okay guys, I get one more meal and I'm still able to carb up. I'm still carving up. So I'm going to do some savory oats that I have not had in a long time. I'm really looking forward to having these with my homemade seitan and some green beans. Okay, so here are my savory oats. Let me show you guys how I do it. I just put them in a bowl. I'm going to do about 30 grams, maybe 32. Okay, And then I'm just going to add some water and throw it in the microwave, and it'll come out nice and creamy. And also a big part of peak week is pulling off water, because you don't want to have a lot of water weight on you when you go on stage. So my coach is having me do ester C, high dose vitamin C for my meals. I'm also doing some magnesium just to keep things moving, because you don't want a stomach full of bowel movements, I will say, on show day. You want to keep your waist teeny tiny. I'm taking magnesium with every meal so that I can keep things moving. The vitamin C will help me with my water retention. And on top of that, I've also been doing Epsom salts bath every single day. I'm gonna try to get one in one more time before my tan on Friday. Yeah, weird bodybuilder stuff. Here's what it looks like when it comes out of the microwave. It's like nice and thick and creamy, like a cheddar soup. So I'm gonna add my seitan to this and green beans once it's out of the oven, and a little bit of nutritional yeast. So here's my seitan and my green beans that I heated up in the microwave. I'm just gonna throw it right in here and add a little bit of my nutritional yeast. And boom. There we go. I haven't had this meal in so long, and I love this meal. This is one of my staples when I'm not in prep, so I'm gonna really enjoy this. And again, this took less than 5 minutes to prepare. All you have to do is prep the seitan ahead of time, and you have a quick, easy, high protein, go-to vegan meal in less than 5 minutes. So I thought I would quickly show you guys what's in my bodybuilding suitcase, what I'm bringing with me to Knoxville. So here I've got my suitcase. Let me flip the camera. Here I've got my resistance bands. I'll be using these to pump up backstage. I've got some with handles, and I've also got some mini bands. So I'll be bringing those for my pump up. My shoes, of course. Oh gosh, I gotta clean them. That's disgusting. And then let's see, I've got some nails that I'm going to put on when I get there from Glamnetic. I've never used this brand before, but I just did not have time to go get a manicure. I've had hardly any time to do anything. So I'm just gonna try to do these press-ons myself. I have these inserts for my shoes so I don't slip. Curling iron, hair dryer. I'm gonna do my own hair this year. Hairspray, dry shampoo for a little bit of volume. I've got some clothes. I've got all black clothes because the tan will stain everything. I've got my jewelry in here, my nice camera. I'm gonna have my mom take some photos. My cannabis gummies, because I need those to sleep, and I just want to have a little bit of fun once the show is over. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it. I have my silk pajamas in here as well. That's everything. I'm not putting my food in here. I'll be packing my food separately just because it's a lot of food, so it's not gonna fit in my suitcase. Also, my robe, my meatless muscle robe, I had this custom made for my first competition, and I just absolutely love it. It's got a bee on the front for Brooke. I'm super excited, ready to get all glammed up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys following along and supporting me. I appreciate all of your comments. It has really helped me so much. It's definitely intimidating getting back on stage after taking a long time off, and you know, a lot of these girls look really good. It's very competitive, so it definitely helps me knowing that I have such an awesome community supporting me. So thank you guys so much. No matter what happens, I'm super proud of myself. I've made it this far since I was so sick dealing with IBS and SIBO to this point. I've lost over 50 pounds, which is insane. So, you know, I got my health back. I got to do what I love again. My main goal was just to get to this point. It wasn't even to win. It was like literally just to be able to get here and say I did it. So I've done it, and I'm super proud of myself. You know, I hope I do well, but regardless, I kicked ass this prep, and I did everything that was asked of me. I got as lean as I could be. I delivered on the judges' feedback. So we'll just have to see what happens, and I'll get the feedback this time and then implement it for my next show and just keep getting better and becoming a better athlete. So that's what this sport is all about. Thank you guys so much for following along. I really appreciate you, and keep you guys posted on how I do. Be ready for a show recap. And if you guys would like more high protein recipes like I share in my videos, Make sure to check out my Meatless Muscle cookbook. I will put the link in the description. I have over 70 high protein vegan recipes that I use in my own nutrition to get lean, to build muscle, to be a healthy vegan. So definitely check it out if you guys need some inspiration for your own meals. And if you need help with your own vegan transformation, make sure to apply to work with me at meatlessmuscle.com. I've worked with over 600 vegan women at this point, and I can definitely help you get to your goals no matter what you're struggling with. So I would love to work with you, fill out an application, and we can set up a consultation to talk. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.